Fulcrum Gaming versus Bernal Empires are going to be our next matchup, and we're waiting for confirmation on the face-off being ready. And guess what? It's ready. Fulcrum Gaming versus Bernal Empires. Gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to day number 4 of week 2. We're going to start with Bernal Empires G-Forcer. Backtrack here. You guys took down Capfast Nation. You took a loss against Cunningham's No Limit Wreak Havoc. You're up against Fulcrum Gaming. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings?
Well, a lot of the previous matches have been going long, so we're hoping to dispatch them very quickly so you guys don't have to stay up too late. So.
Well, thank you, but guess what? We're here until it's over. That's what's important. Nagatron knows that. He's been on the set with us before. Nagatron, let's go and jump over to you. What else can be said about Fulcrum Gaming? You guys perform well. Your Soviet was a blast to have here as well, along with yourself, and also last night was a lot of fun.
I just saw that interview today, actually.
Oh, good. Well, we're past the halfway point. What is happening with your team? Are you guys locked down, ready to push through? Are you feeling confident? Are you a little bit nervous compared to Season 1? How you feel?
Yeah, I would say it's actually a little bit more tension in Season 2 than it was in Season 1, for sure. But that might be hindsight. There was a whole lot of stress going into Season 1, a lot to prove. And a position to maintain, you know what I mean? Right now, our team is very dynamic, I guess it's the right way to put it. We're changing a lot, I'll put it that way. Okay. We've changed our command structure, we're changing out who is playing what position. There's a lot of stuff still going on, so we're far from set and ready to go for the finals, but we're working to get there as quickly as we can.
Did you have any words for Bernal Empires before we start the match?
Just good luck. It was fun playing you guys in WCG, and I'm sure it's going to be good today.
All right, Bernal Empires, you did give them a run for their money, at least at WCG. Were you going to say the same thing, or do you have any response for David?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun playing you guys at WCG, so we're hoping we can take this one, but we'll see.
Okay. Fulcrum Gaming, I believe you have the higher seed, so you get to call the coin, heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads is this call. Let's flip the coin. It is heads, map deferral, or choice.
Defer.
They will defer. Bernal Empires will be your map choice.
Himmelsdorf.
Himmelsdorf will be the first map. Fulcrum Gaming, what area will you spawn?
Give me 1 second here.
He's going to make us wait. He's going to make us wait for a long time.
He's conferring with the party.
We're discussing a little bit. Yes, the party.
The Karl Marx party.
Let's go with north.
They're going to go north side. Looks like the party has come to agreement. Relics is probably sleeping. Time to wake him up. All right, guys. Best of luck to you.
Looking at tanks we have in the north, spawning on the blue side is going to be Fulcrum Gaming, and they are bringing 2 AMX 5100s and 3 IS-3s. A very typical lineup out of Fulcrum Gaming. On the other side, something a little bit more old school from Bernal Empires, 3 MX 5100s, an IS-3, and a T-69. I would have thought we wouldn't see another one of those for a long time, Clutch.
Bernal Empire is going to be on the red. To the south-north side will be Fulcrum Gaming. And Soviet's going to lead the charge. Does he see Mac in time to get the shot? No, he does see him, though.
He does get to back off. That kind of vision is so crucial. And it looks like we're going to see a very typical lineup out of Fulcrum Gaming from what we've seen in the past. They're lining up. On the east side, they've got Soviet watching down the 8 line. They've got a T1 up to the hill, T1 out to the west, Nagatron, and is that Absolute Royal with him? I believe so. Let me take a look. That is, yeah, Absolute Royal and Nagatron chilling out together in the AMX 5100s, just waiting to react to any push.
G-Forcer is going to push up here into this window to see if he can see anyone crossing across that courtyard. See if he can see anyone crossing across that courtyard.
And oddly enough, Jackie Rudo does not spot him back. Although it does look like SBM Hawk has been spotted out by, I guess, that's got to be Friction.
Well, Mac's going to see the rest of these tanks pushing down that tank alley side. Mac's going to fall back, saying, guys are coming, they're coming. We got to back up here. The IS-3 G-Forcer and SBM Hawk really can't do much here if they're on their own. There goes one of the T1s going down, but Soviet takes a hit against his IS-3.
Yeah, he only goes down to 122. Jackie Rudo taking a big hit as well. I think Fulcrum has definitely stalled out their push here, and I don't think they want to continue. It looks like Nagatron, actually, and Absolute are going to make a push all the way across the courtyard, and they're not getting spotted for this because guess what? G-Forcer in the IS-3 isn't up there anymore. He's not looking that way, and the members of Bernal Empires are reacting just, I believe, as Fulcrum is planned.
And look at G-Force, they're going to be completely isolated. That isolationist tactic here is so vital.
Look at that track shot. G-Forcer is tracked,
kills.
and he stands no chance as he's going to get ripped apart by Absolute Royal and Nagatron. This is going perfectly for Fulcrum.
Decimated, but now here's the counter coming from Rill and the rest of his team. Rill going to lead. Not lead, he's actually going to be in the back, but Friction's going to see it. Beautiful play by the T1. Getting a couple shots against the 5100s, trying to pull one of their turrets that way. They're not going to take the bait, though. Absolute Royal is going to be on the retreat. Zone Delta and the T69 unable to come to his rescue in time, but Joe Jack is hurt. 606 out of 1400, same for Azrael. And now here's the rest of Fulcrum Gaming. Beautiful play by them again, forcing out the tanks of Bernal Empires, telling them, come to me because we are capturing your base.
Yeah, Hugo Maximus is going to reverse angle on these AMX 5100s, and he's just going to give up, I guess, and go forward because these AMX 5100s are reloading. Joe Jack and Azrael are just going to be sitting ducks as Hugo and Soviet are going to be able to push on them. But in the other side, Zone Delta is going to be able to push in. And this does not look good for Fulcrum Gaming for battle number 1. However, there goes Joe Jack in the 5100.
Hugo has another shot on Azrael just around the corner, waiting for the timing. And does he take it? No, he waits for the right time. However, that 5100 could have been clipping, but he is down at least one shot. Relics in the T1 still trying to bait him out. 3 tanks left on there. Zone Delta 94 at 72 hit points is really low. Shot rings out and misses from Hugo. Soviet is taking some damage. Zone Delta takes down Relics, and Zone Delta also takes down Friction. Both the T1s are down. Hugo looks like missing another shot here. No, he's able to get that shot right into the side of Zone Delta 94.
Bouncing shots on him. Those were bouncing shots from Rill and from Azrael, and also the T69, Zone Delta. Numerous bounces. Hugo Maximus and Soviet are going to be able to hold off that attack. Rill, though, at full hit points, is going to be able to escape. There's a chance here for the members of Bernal Empire, well, the single member of Bernal Empires to bring this back, although Fulcrum Gaming looks like they're just going to get on cap, back it up, and get ready for that inevitable 5100 return.
Yeah, this is a smart play, fundamental play. Stay on the cap, make him come to you, and a nice shot against Rill. He's taking some serious damage, and he's going to have to
right there.
He's going to have to decide to poke out or not. Another hit there, locking him down. Both those IS-3s trading shots back and forth in order to keep Rill at bay. 3 seconds left to go. They're going to get the flag cap unless Rill can stop them. And no, red base is captured. Fulcrum Gaming with a beautiful tactical play, great spread, great map control, and timing their shots well against those 5100s leaves them with a battle number 1 victory.
For a minute there, it really looked dark for Fulcrum Gaming. It looked like Bernal Empires with all of their autoloaders was just going to be able to bring it home, but then there were some bounces that happened. I want to see how much Hugo Maximus effectively absorbed with his IS-3. Let's take a look at him.
Potential damage received, 1,380.
And he took only maybe 100, 200 points of damage that whole battle. Maybe just one solid hit. He took so much potential damage, numerous bounces, but who bounced on him? I'm going to take a look at the other team and look for those bounces. We see from the T69 numerous shots fizzling. 15 shots, 15 hits, but only 11 penetrations. That is 4 shots fizzling from the T69. Those are 4 shots that could have been the difference between victory, defeat, and they were. 6 for 6, though, from Israel. He didn't bounce anything. There, Rill, we saw a few shots out of him. Bounce. Hugo Maximus, that's what kept him alive. That's what got Fulcrum Gaming that victory. It was great positioning by Fulcrum, but some crucial bounces by members of Bernal Empires.
That's right. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. This is going to be one of the best series, I think, tonight because Bernal Empires made Fulcrum work for that battle victory. We're just getting started in match number 4 for tonight. Fulcrum Gaming versus Bernal Empires. Stay tuned. You're watching WGLNA. Welcome back to WGLNA. Dream come true, as Soviet says. And it's a dream come true that we can have these players participate in this league with a prize pool of $100,000. Fulcrum took home $50,000 for their Season 1 win, and they're looking to take home another huge prize purse in the Season 2 finals happening in Las Vegas, November 16th and 17th. Now, Rookhill, was that your first time in Vegas when we had the finals?
No, I'd actually had the pleasure of going to Vegas with Mr. Bitter when I first got here. They went to pick up Rotterdam, who actually decided to fly back from Europe and land in Vegas and then do some gambling there. Bitter was like, hey, Rookhill, you want to take your first paycheck and come on down to Vegas? It's going to be a great time. I was like, oh, yeah, sure, that's a great idea. It's a good idea.
The temptation was high, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and jump into the next battle. Fulcrum versus Bernal Empires on Abbey.
Taking a look at these lineups, it's very similar to what we see in city maps. 2 T-69s, 3 1390s, 3 T-69s, 2 1390s. That same kind of switch up, that choice to bring only 2 real types of traits on city maps. We see 5100s and IS-3s. On this open map, like Abbey, we're seeing T-69s and 1390s.
Both teams going for the mobility route. I like it because the engagements will probably be swift and menacing for both these different teams. But a lot of times, it's how you use that map control to set up the flank fire and get those crucial hits lined up against the T-69s or the 1390s. Here we see Joe Jack crushing some cars and ruining some poor people's dreams here that live next to the Abbey. Whoever car that was, I feel sorry for him. But, Zone Delta 94 in the T-69, and Joe Jack takes a hit against Nagatron. Nagatron trying to fire again. Joe Jack takes another hit to the left side. He's going to try to go up against Nagatron. He's taking a lot more shots here. 622 at 1100. Nagatron is going to go right through the building, right through that wall, and G-Forcer is going to try to line some shots against him. One more shot, and he goes down. Nagatron gets the kill. Joe Jack cleans up Nagatron, though. Soviet in the 1390 is one big shot away from going down. 123 of 1100. He's going to try to line up a shot against Joe Jack before he falls.
At the same time, Absolute Royal is taking on Zone Delta and Azrael as they reload, and he is getting free shots into these T-69s. Every shot getting to hit home. Not a single bounce from Absolute. Hugo Maximus coming in on the reload. He's going to finish off Azrael, and now Zone Delta, along with Joe Jack, are going to try and see if they can win this. Absolute he barely fits through the houses. This is a real
very difficult,
fight.
But Rill is in that flank fire position. Relics is able to spot him. He's going to try to put some pressure against him in that 1390. And Hugo Maximus and Absolute Royal are going to have to adjust their approach here. And Relics could try to save the day. It looks like he might by having Rill spend one of his shots on him. But Rill is going to run away from Relics. Zone Delta 94 caught
Hugo
off
Maximus
guard
on
from
Zone
Hugo.
Delta.
And he's able to get him. Nice shot. Friction is able to take down the other T1.
Fantastic.
Friction is going to have to push in against Mac or guard against Rill if Rill decides to go for the flag cap. Joe Jack still left alive here, 178 out of 1100. He tries to take a shot against Absolute, but
Joe Jack wasn't with his battle buddy. He wasn't anywhere near him.
He was fleeing.
Off.
He was trying to get away.
But he left his T-69 completely alone.
Yeah, at the time, Rill was taking some shots, but he probably had to reload. Couldn't really do much.
Yeah, you got a point there, but that was a T-69 left completely alone. No way out. And Hugo Maximus, easy shots. Absolute Royal was there at full health, by the way. Wow, how did he not get a single hit in this fight?
He is quick. But speaking of leaving your battle buddy, Hugo Maximus is on his own, and he's going to be surrounded by two 1390s. Rill.
But here comes Absolute Royal coming in hot, right onto Rill. There he goes, one shot, and Rill is going to miss.
Beautiful play by Absolute Royal, not stopping in front of the tank, but moving just behind him to get the most weakest exposed armor. And one more shot, Rill will go down. Absolute Royal holds the line against Bernal Empires, and now Relics, still left alive, is going to put flag cap pressure on Bernal Empires. Absolute Royal has to fit in between that tank and the building. He's going to see the T1, crash into him, and that's going to be another victory for Fulcrum Gaming.
Wow, such amazing play. Focus fire, definitely in favor of Bernal Empires right at that fight. Beginning of the fight, we saw the tank numbers go in favor of Bernal Empires, but then Fulcrum Gaming seemed to just bring it back. They had more health. And it looks like they got a few of those crucial kills on the right tanks. A few tanks trying to escape, just weren't reloaded in time. Hugo Maximus playing his T-69 expertly, really expertly. And then Absolute Royal not even scratched in that first fight.
Oh, it was knowing where to go on that map and knowing the different avenues of approach. Rill had an excellent plan, and he performed it great. But it was the initial damage being done, as we'll see here in the replay, the initial shots being fired, Nagatron moving through that wall first and landing these shots against Joe Jack. This is that initiation damage that can be so crucial when two teams are pretty even halfway through the battle.
Yeah, and look at this flank on the side, these two T-69s, one of them blocking the other, and they could have gotten a T-69 kill, but unfortunate positioning and good positioning reaction by Fulcrum Gaming, allowing one of their T-69s to live a little longer, while we have 1390 coming in hot in the bottom of the screen, is able to get free shots onto these T-69s, every shot connecting. This is where it starts to turn around for Fulcrum Gaming.
Yeah, there's a couple shots that did miss from, well, I don't want to say from both teams because I saw more of Bernal Empires miss a couple of their shots, but they were just around the corner of some of the buildings.
I think most of the misses in this battle were the kind that were just completely unavoidable.
Yeah.
You try your best, but RNG really is just against you. You miss those one or two simply just out of bad luck. It happens to everyone.
It's part of the average.
Yeah, just
part of the average that happens.
You can't be 100% accuracy. That would be absurd. So these little bit of misses, this fight right here, just positioning, mostly positioning.
And getting through those buildings, as we saw
fancy driving.
Fulcrum do. And Relic's keeping Rill occupied, keeping him spotted, getting a couple shots on him. Rill goes, I'm not going to waste my shot on you, having to reload. I'm going to go all the way around. He did make the right choice, but Relic's playing the T1 so well in that scenario. Fulcrum Gaming commented on Abby. They said it takes a higher skill level to be able to perform the best on this map, and that's what we saw. And we almost saw it from both teams, but Fulcrum Gaming was able to win out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm reminded of something from one of our TeamSpeak bits last season. And do you remember, what was it, Ermiger Kernevern's Trouble 2, saying, thank you for not being a complete waste of life. You remember that? Oh, it was on a cap point.
Yes, that was on. It was on Ruinberg.
Yes, that was a fantastic one. That's what I feel like Nagatron was probably saying to Relic. Thank you, Relics, for not being a complete waste of life.
I miss you, Trouble 2, by the way, and I do miss EC, but hopefully we can see some sort of revergence of that team in a season after this one. But
that would be pretty cool. A lot of their members have kind of split off. We saw DeRosta go off to War and Peace, Whiskey Dodds on Simplistic, who we saw earlier tonight, played a few matches.
Yep.
Yeah. The rest of the members just kind of
talent scouting is happening for some of these teams that are doing well, and if you want to perform well, get ready for these team battles that are happening. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 3, Fulcrum versus Bernal Empires after this. Welcome back to WGLNA Season 2, Week 2, Day number 4. I'm Clutch, joined by Rookkill, having a lot of fun here. Match number 4, one battle away from Fulcrum Gaming taking home another win. Bernal Empires, though, making them work for it. After Fulcrum Gaming, we'll have the final match of the week until we start week number 3, the final week. That'll be on Thursday. Wreak Havoc versus Cunningham's. Cunningham's performing very well, one of the top teams.
It's one heck of a matchup to finish off our week,
man. It is, really is. I think it's a very evened up matchup. Wreak Havoc was in a little bit of trouble before. They were 1-2. Now they're 2-2. Cunningham's is 4-1, I believe, but I have to check that later.
They're on the top of their bracket right now.
Yep.
And even though, but the thing is, Wreak Havoc beat Fulcrum. That's the thing. They beat Fulcrum, which shows that their highest high is beating Fulcrum Gaming, champions of last season. Are the Cunninghams that good? Are they going to be up to that level?
Well, we're going to have to find out. We're going to find out in that next battle. But we're not done with this battle yet, this match. Let's go ahead and jump into battle number 3 on Ents Fulcrum Gaming versus Burn All Empires.
For Fulcrum Gaming, we see a 5100, 3 IS-3s, and an AMX 1390. Nagatron picking up the 1390. I'm going to be watching him. On the other side for Bernal Empires, 2 AMX 5100s, 2 IS-3s, and a T-69. I'm going to be watching. You should probably take a look at G-Forcer. I'm expecting to see the two of them square up at the beginning of this match.
Well, we're going to find out here in a bit where they're going to go. Let's go ahead and jump on G-Forcer in the IS-3. He's going to be to the rear of Joe Jack. Azrael 90, as they're going to force their way through the buildings here on the 2 line. There's a couple shots into Azrael 90. Soviet takes the return fire, though.
An engagement already. There are 2 tanks from either team all the way out on the 5-6 line. There's Zone Delta getting spotted by Nagatron.
And does Zone Delta take a hit? He is spotted.
He does not take a hit. Nagatron is holding his shots. Don't know why. He's probably waiting for Zone Delta to be more out in the open. I'm actually gonna zoom in here. Take a look.
Well, Zone Delta can't see him yet. He can't see him yet.
Zone Delta is hiding behind the train cars. Very smart for him.
Yeah. Now he's going to actually pull back and maybe reset his trajectory here, as the rest of his team is going to be locked in an engagement. Azrael still at 706, and those 2 hits were able to hit his tank. So go ahead and take a look where they hit. Boom! Perfect shots here, right in the glacius plate.
Oh,
and the
one
other
of those
one
should hit the ammo rack.
Yeah, one of them could have.
On the other side, I'm trying to look for where Soviet got hit. I'm not seeing where those connections are.
It's a ghost.
Nice ghost shells.
Maybe it went right through the tank.
Oh, and it looks like we're going to see a push out of Fulcrum Gaming, sending both Soviet and Absolute Royal up the 1 line, while Jackie Rudo and Hugo Maximus are going straight through this little grouping of houses. Oh wait, Nagatron's come to join the fight. When did he get over here?
Nagatron came around the corner, and he was ready to join the fight in a couple seconds ago, and now he has pushed up. Hugo Maximus will be the first to fall, though. But Jackie Rudo takes another shot against Azrael 90. Hugo is able to get the kill. G-Forcer at 1066 is still going to have some problems, and there, Zone Delta 94 cruises in for the kill against Hugo. Jackie Rudo is going to try to hold the line at IS-3. But Soviet with 553 damage is able to take down Rill, G-Forcer, and Zone Delta, the only ones left alive that can do damage against 3 Tier 8 tanks. However, those 3 Tier 8 tanks from Fulcrum Gaming have taken some damage. And there's another shot from Soviet. Jackie Rudo cleans up. Zone Delta again with a great flank against Jackie Rudo, but 4 shots from a T-69 is not going to be enough to stop the onslaught of Fulcrum Gaming.
Well, Zone Delta could clutch this. There are enough tanks at low health. If he can make these fights happen separate enough, he can certainly win it. And he's at 1350. He hasn't taken a single hit this fight. There's always a chance here, Clutch.
There is always a chance. It's going to be difficult against Nagatron in the 1390. He lands a shot. Tries to line up another one. Jackie Rudo waiting for his shot. Nagatron able to get it. There's the ammo rack. Nagatron with the ammo rack, and that's going to be a quick victory from Fulcrum. All they have to do is take down Mac, and he's going to stream right up into the fire.
He lives.
Friction
He lives somehow. How does he do that? He can't bring it back, but how do you live against 2 T1 Cunninghams running out in the open like that? He's even able to take down Friction before all is over.
And Relics gets the final kill. Fulcrum Gaming is able to take the series 3-0. Impressive play by them, locking down, isolation again, an isolation movement. You poke in, you do take a shot, but you realize, hey, there's only 2 tanks here. Go for the other tanks. 3 come around the corner, boom, they take down those tanks. Now the other 2 are having a firefight back and forth. Zone Delta moves in to try to recover, but it was too little too late.
Yeah, I actually saw something interesting. I'm going to take a look at our post-game stats from Nagatron. I think he did team damage. I think he did.
No.
No, he didn't. It looked so much like someone hit one of the 5100s in the back. I'm looking around here on the stats. I could have sworn I saw Nagatron hit Absolute Royal in the back of the turret. I guess I was wrong. But
or a bounce.
Oh, it could have bounced, but it just looked so much like it hit. I was sitting there watching the fight. Nagatron, though, showing up out of nowhere, it seemed, on the 1 line. Just fantastic play by Nagatron. You're seeing the flexibility of the 1390 come into play, whereas you saw the T-69 played by Zone Delta was completely unable to react to that fight.
That's right, and it was a good, hearty struggle for Bernal Empires to try to take a win against Fulcrum Gaming, and they did give it their all. And I have to say, I was impressed with some of the encounters and movements that they tried to bring against Fulcrum. But Fulcrum, again, with that experience, moving like water, but also moving quickly like a waterfall into the areas they needed to get to isolate those different tanks, was key to their victory. We're going to take a break. When we come back, guess what? Final match of the night. That's Wreak Havoc versus Cunninghams. 1 more to go. I know you're excited. Stay tuned. WGLNA Week 2 with the last match of the week will happen after this.